I'm gonna do a little bit about the emergence of a star player. Of course, Asian American. You all know him. Great lead name now of Asian American NBA basketball player Jeremy Lin. With that in mind, right now is his game is growing so big since he first got into the game from the New York Knicks, of course, missing Amari Stoudemire and Carmelo Anthony. His play has greatly improved their offense of the game. So the Knicks have really done well now. And at the start of the season, they were doing the opposite and not really contend for anything. So I know the history of basketball. Maybe this is a great instance of back to the 1970s when they had this great run. They won championships. He's compared to maybe Walt Clyde Frazier. But back to where the emerges is that because we saw Yao Ming play, he came here and done well for the given time he was here. Just around he retired from basketball. Then we were going to look who's going to become the next Asian star in the NBA. We have in other sports and so forth, and baseball and football, but not much. But what is it going to be? Who's going to be? We have one. I think he's currently playing for. He was from the Nets, went to another team. But Jin Ling plays for another ball club. So remember, Jeremy Lin had two teams that he played for, the Warriors and the Rockets. Then use him. The thought was that he was not going to do anything, not going to do much. But this also go back to where he was at Harvard. He was looked past by the University of Stanford, also one of those schools that highly advocates academics. But all that he was from Palo Alto, goes to Harvard and made very great presence there. He was I believe he was a 3.0 student in Harvard, and if you get anything about that, it's a very great recognition. But in basketball wise, what I've heard is from childhood he was really infatuated with basketball. Man, granted, he was his parents, especially his mom, wanted him to be in piano, wanted him to do something else. But it leads me to this question now. It's because of the stereotyping he gets from out there, especially Floyd Mayweather. He's one of those really loose cannons that very candidly speaks his mind. So I was just thinking that he said that because of not for talent but race has made him his why he's getting a lot of exposure now to everywhere. But the thing is, the thing he doesn't understand. If we ask this question, if somebody will have no talent or little talent itself, would anybody or a talent scout, would a talent scout or anybody will seriously consider looking at him, or even the media will even consider looking at that? So again, Floyd's his point was a lot of invalid as far as his statement goes on Lin. And now there's another point. This one just came up recently. Is Jeremy Lin a well, I'm gonna get to that. Is he a Taiwanese or Chinese? Well, he's actually a Taiwanese. Just look at Toronto when he get Game 5, the winner. With 5 seconds remaining, a lot of Taiwanese flags were flying all over Air Canada Center. So to answer that question, he's Taiwanese, born in the United States, in Northern California. Now back to stereotyping, cross-referencing to Jason Whitlock's comment, stereotyping. Indeed, he did apologize for his statement, but I think that Jason Whitlock should know better because he is from the profession of in the media eye. He should understand that these things are taken sensitively. So Yeah, and you know it's not great for a lot of firestorm and that. And and I think this thing with Jeremy Lin, it goes beyond basketball. Of course, I have to admit, race has something to do with it. I mean, a lot of Asian American, especially Taiwanese Chinese descent, all of us is like following this story 24/7. So it's nonstop almost. So I mean, race has some point to it, but with hard work, dedication, passion, I believe the humbleness comes with his faith. A lot in comparison to Tim Tebow, but and there's differences too. There because of the joyful run and what he's gonna do next and uh, how the team does and his performance. So I think this with this in mind, I mean Magic Johnson said this kid is for real. You know, even if it comes from Magic Johnson, my favorite sport idol of all time, Magic Johnson says that. I mean that's it at all. This thing has probably very funny. I saw this probably the second day within a week. A Chinese businessman, perhaps a politician, he was in a suit, business suit, while he's you know speaking in Mandarin. He has a Jeremy Lin jersey across his suit. I thought, you know what? I'm never going to see this from a an Asian man, but more of a Chinese, you know, maybe high standard, you know, person wearing something like that. So it that shows it all. I mean, everybody is going over Lansani. He's probably over Lansani in a business suit with a Jeremy Lin jersey over it. Yeah, that's Jeremy Lin's mask. And then I look at the Knicks game with the Lakers, buried my Laker team. The Rock actually said this kid's gonna be something. I mean, you look at all the New York movie stars. I mean, they're all in awe over him. So Lensanity, Lencredible, Lenning Time, Lenderella, you name it. Simply magical story. Hope it just continues. Well, this ride in New York, and so and you know the Knicks could win a championship someday, and I think they have big prominence. Amari Stoudemire gets in the system. He knows about the Steve Nash Mike Containing system. The only question is, will Carmelo follow suit? Tune in to find out. Have a great, guys.